So yeah, today our topic is SDG 13, climate change, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And we, like I said, we're talking about three topics. So the first one is about what evidence there is of climate change. And my question to you is going to be, do you believe in climate change? And what evidence did you manage to find? Okay. Back. And then topic two, what action has been taken to reverse climate change? Talking about the things that people are trying to do to reverse climate change to make it better. Okay. And then the final one, which Asaka called me last night panicking about because she couldn't understand it. What do deniers believe about climate change? Okay, deny means to say that you don't believe in something, you don't accept it. And some people, for example, like the President of the United States, don't believe in climate change. And why do they think like that? Okay, so let's start off with the first one about you. Do you believe in climate change and what evidence do you have? Okay, Shiori, go for it.
Firstly, I believe climate change. And I introduce and coral death. Coral means sango. Coral death. In recent years, the frequency of coral bleaching has been increasing, which is said to be related to the rise in water temperature due to global warming.
Question. What is bleaching?
Bleaching. In English?
Yes, please.
The sun. Yeah. But
in English we call this bleach.
I think the same meaning. And the sango is pink, but due to global warming, sango turn white.
Why?
Why?
Well, why is it pink?
Why?
Yeah, why is coral pink? Well, actually, it's many different colors, but why?
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I sango has a lot of colors, and
why?
Why? For what? What is your question, Malcolm?
So coral is many different colors, but what makes the color?
Wait, I researched before. wait.
Do you know, Asuka?
Sango has something like very small things. These things help.
Creature.
Yeah, this creature always help coral reefs. Coral reefs health, other things so on. And this year, because of a climate change, this creature disappear. Getting disappear because of high water temperature and plastic, marine pollution and so on. Yeah. So this.
You're right. So we'll come back to Shiori now.
Okay.
Coral, the white coral is actually built by the coral creature. They build that white structure. It's their home. So when the coral creature dies, just their home is left. So it's like a home with nobody in it. So it's just white. Yeah. Okay, Shiori, carry on.
Okay. I didn't know that. Sorry. Thank you, Asuka. Okay. The water temperature that corals can live in is said to be between 25 25 あれ 25 25 degrees. Yeah. 25 degrees and 28 degrees. And if the water temperature exceeded certain degrees for a long time, whitening occurs. And in temperate regions such as Honshu, we live じゃないか、本州じゃないか、ここ。間違った。Sorry.
Surely, that's okay. Calm down. Calm down. Just calm down.
Okay. The water temperature doesn't exceed 30 degrees, but when the water temperature rises above the normal value, it has been reported that the coral disturbed in the vicinity have breached. That is my research.
Yeah. Because the sea temperatures are rising, it kills the coral and it becomes white.
Yeah, I think it is the evidence.
Yeah.
Do you know this country? Do you know this country?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
But it is not Japan.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay. This country is Tsubaru. Yeah. And the good evidence of climate change is the rising sea level. And during the last century, sea level rose by about 7 to 8 inches, and now the rate continues to accelerate. As you know, Tsubaru is one that faces this problem the most in the world. And Tsubaru is not always in this situation, only at high tide when the sea level rises. Seawater overflow from the ground where the land is now. And then when it happened, the sea water level used to be ankle level, ankle high, like left picture, But now, it is now knee high. And when it started happening, they couldn't drink the water in the well because it is under the ground. Yeah. And the plant stopped growing because of that. They feel this problem the most. And I believe the climate change, and it is one of the biggest problems we must solve. Some people say climate change is part of natural cycle or something like that. However, I can't believe this opinion because I think people who say this are related to industrial enterprise. So if the government started doing something to improve the environment, they are probably saying this because it will affect their business. Yeah, do you think what I said at the beginning? Yeah, do you think what I said now? This is normal? I think, is it part of natural cycle? I don't think so. And as I mentioned before, the people of Tsubaru feel it the most, Yeah, we have to try to solve this problem to them. Okay, I'm done.
I researched about desertification when trees are cut down and burned or allowed to rot, their stored carbon is released into the air as carbon dioxide, and temperature rises due to increased carbon dioxide and removes water from the ground. This situation is acute in Ethiopia and China and Kenya. That's all.
I believe that climate change in Japan recently, heavy rain is big problem. I often hear the news about heavy rain. Some years, I think some years ago it wasn't so bad. Yes, the reason is that the airflow is unstable. So that's all.
I researched about melting of glacier, particularly
What's a glacier?
glacier.
What-
Greenland.
You have to explain. What is a glacier?
Greenland and Antarctic ice sheet are quickly melting because the temperature of the Earth is rising. The reason why the ice melts is due to greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases destroy the ozone layer and rise the temperature, mainly due to the use of fossil fuels. According to IEA, in 2090, carbon dioxide emissions were about 330 tons in the world. This is the largest amount ever. That's all. So I believe in climate change.
Okay, yeah.
So I do believe in climate change because I researched about wildfires, and I know like some of the wildfires are caused by like discarded cigarette butts, but like some the other wildfires are caused by global warming, and so sudden temperature changes has been a key factor increasing the risk and extent of wildfires. And because global warming causes ice melting and warm air make the land dry, and also decreasing of the amount of rain makes forests dry, so getting easy to happen wildfires. And in addition to this, due to global warming, if wildfires happens quite a lot, lots of carbon dioxide are emitted, and then this also rises temperature. So it's kind of bad cycle. So I believe in climate change, and most of the climate change are caused by human action, I think. So we should take action for this problem.
I researched about temperature rise, and basically temperature rise is the biggest evidence because it can affect many things like the oceans, weather patterns, snow and ice, and plants and animals. The average global temperature has increased by 0.85 degrees for 100 years, and the average temperature in Japan has increased by 1.15 degrees for 100 years, which is rapid increase. If the average temperature increased by 1.5 degrees, 10 million people might be in danger of rising sea level. Also, there would be more people affected by water shortage. So I think temperature rise is the evidence of climate change. That's it.
I believe in climate change, and because we get heavier rain compared to before, and the number of cases that it rained over 100 millimeter an hour, which means a lot of rain in an hour, has been increased. And the average of the number of the case from 1977 to 1986 was only 2.2 times a year. But from 1997 to 2006, it was 5.1 times, so it's almost twice a year. So the number has been increased, so I believe in that.
I researched about agricultural impacts by climate change. According to study by Neil Lamanti, who is a professor at British Columbia University in Canada, and research team of USB and McGill University, they found the crop of grains like corn, wheat, and rice have decreased by 10% in the past 5 years, even if agriculture is developing countries. Technically, they are affected by climate change, and however, according to Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, said it has good effect on agriculture. And Inder Gokrani, who is a scientist in the US, said carbon has the effect of improving the growth of plants, which means it is connected to increase food waste. This is fossil, and this is taking on a lot of increasing the crop of grains.